Good evening and welcome to our evening Vespers. We are so glad for the crowd that's here, and once again we're recording, and we want to take a moment and welcome Mike Holliday back. It is a pleasure to have you. As we gather tonight, we're all kind of chuckling because there's thunder out in the distance, but we're praying the rain stays away. But if our scenery changes, you know what happened. So I'd like to invite you all to just relax and settle. We're outside tonight, and it's just a beautiful scenery of spring. The weather is finally warmed up, and so let us all reach for a new level of understanding and compassion. The Bible tells us that being compassionate is important, and to do to others as you would have them do to you. Yet we all know that there are times when compassion isn't at the forefront of our priorities. However, we should never walk away from our compassion. It's part of what allows us to connect to others. The Dalai Lama has said, "So, compassion is not religious business, it's human business. It is not luxury, it is essential for our own peace and mental stability. It is essential for survival." Ingrid Madison wrote, "It's in compassion that we feel most at home and feel most whole. We feel that we are where we should be." And finally, a quote from Rosalina Chai. "And when I accept my own brokenness and do not judge myself harshly because of it, I find myself capable of being more compassionate towards others, regardless of where I am of a form of brokenness they experienced." So together, let us begin this experience tonight.
Hi. I am so grateful to be here tonight, to be back here at St. John's for the Vespers service. I have to confess, it's been a long time. I literally had to dust off my equipment. I mean, seriously, has been in the closet for too long. But I am here. I'm dusting myself off. And I'm going to start off with a song that has pretty much become my theme song. And by being here tonight, we're all getting a head start on tomorrow. We're getting a head start on tomorrow. Long before I see that morning sun, I'm getting a head start on tomorrow. Just in case tomorrow ever comes, I'm gonna find my voice, shout it out real loud, not in some lonely room, but out here in the crowd. I'm gonna sing for peace, loud as I can, for every single living woman, child, and man. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow. Long before I see that morning sun, I'm getting a head start on tomorrow. Just in case tomorrow ever comes, I'm gonna find the love fills my heart with grace. I'm gonna share that feeling with the whole human race. I'm gonna stand up tall, right here by your side. Together we can face the wrong and make it right. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow. Long before I see that morning sun, I'm getting a head start on tomorrow. Just in case tomorrow ever comes, I'm gonna find the pride hides inside of me. I'm gonna let it shine for the whole world to see, and we will grow to be one big family. living in a label-free society. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow, long before I see that morning sun. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow, just in case tomorrow ever comes. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow, long before I see that morning sun. I'm getting a head start on tomorrow, just in case tomorrow ever comes. Just in case tomorrow ever comes. In the past year, thank you. Thank you very much. In this past year, we've all spent a lot of time sheltered in our homes. I like the word sheltered better than sequestered. It's like sequestered kind of means like prison to me. And it wasn't prison. It wasn't. And in my sheltered time, I learned a lot about myself. I don't know about you, but in my quiet time, in my sheltered time, I learned to listen to the Spirit. And I learned to recognize the message and not dismiss it. It's so easy when you hear something in your head or your soul and you think it's not important and you dismiss it. Don't dismiss it. But I've also learned not to ignore my brokenness. When I feel like my hands are empty and I've nothing left to give, that's when I feel the Spirit teach me what giving really is. It fills my heart with the passion of a thunderstorm, fills my soul with the freedom of a child at play. It fills my hands with the courage of a roaring sea, fills my life with the promise of a brand new day, a brand new day. When I feel like my light has burned out and darkness fills my life, that's when I feel the Spirit teach me how I can make it shine. It fills my heart with the passion of a roaring sea, fills my heart with the freedom of a child at play. It fills my hands with the courage of a thunderstorm, fills my life with the promise of a brand new day, a brand new day. When I feel like my voice is broken and I cannot find the words, that's when I feel the Spirit teach me the words that must be heard. It fills my heart with the passion of a thunderstorm, fills my soul with the freedom of a child at play. It fills my hands with the courage of a roaring sea, fills my life with the promise of a brand new day, a brand new day. fills my life with the promise of a brand new day.
I want to start with a quote from Pema Chodron. Compassion is not a relationship between the healer and the wounded. It's a relationship between equals. Only when we know our own darkness very well can we be present with the darkness of others. Compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. The following is a quote from John Donahue. Compassion is the ability to enter into the world that may be totally different from you in an imaginative way, naturally, and to feel what others feel. It is related directly to justice. A lot of evil happens because of ignorance and of numbness, and compassion is one of the forces that invites and permits us to step outside our own complacency and to see what life beyond our own skin is like. Within the word compassion is passion. There is an intrinsic connection between passion and compassion. Somebody who feels no passion is in pain, a pain that is always a lonesome pain. One of the loneliest things is to encounter somebody whose longing has been numbed. Her personality becomes a mere contour of externality around vacancy. Those who are compassionate are people whose passion and imagination are fully alive and vital.
To feel what others feel. How do we do that? It sounds easy, but it's not. How often has somebody come up to you and said, I know just how you feel, and you know they don't? It's hard to tell, but I believe that the old adage still holds true. To get to know someone, to really get to know someone, you need to walk a mile in their shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. I want to walk inside your shadow and feel it touch the road. I want to walk inside your shoulder, all knotted from the load. I want to walk inside your tire and feel your weary bones. I want to walk inside your comfort when you finally make it home. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. I want to walk inside your anger, feel the hand that makes the fist. I want to walk inside your reason when your hand learns to resist. I want to walk inside your struggle, feel your hands hold on so tight. I want to walk inside your freedom when your hands can feel the light. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. I want to walk inside your vision, feel the journey that you planned. I want to walk inside that journey as you seek your promised land. I want to walk inside your first step and feel your spirit soar I want to walk inside your courage when your feet can't walk no more. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. I want to walk inside your shoes. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. A mile when you're happy, 2 miles when you're blue. Thank you, thank you. When you walk in someone else's shoes, you will find out that they're not that different from you. In fact, they're pretty much the same as you. I lived in Japan for over 3 years, and you could point out the differences. How they get on a bicycle. Here, when mother calls her children, she goes like this. In Japan, they go like that. So what? If you throw away all the surface differences, they were the same as me. They laughed, they cried, they sang, they danced, they loved, just like me. And I used to go to Finland a lot for work, to a city called Turku. And in the center of town is the court square. And every day, that court square was the marketplace. And it was filled with people from all over the world. It really was a microcosm of races and cultures and religions, with one common factor: coexisting. I'm looking at a mirror, it's not really there. For a broken moment I stand there and stare. It's you that I see reflecting in me. We're a part of this spectrum of brown. Every shade of life can be found in a rainbow of humanity arrayed in reality. It's made up of you and me. There's the prism that we pass through, but we start as one single hue. There's shades of me and shades of you. Once again I am looking at the reflection. I see all the people from every nation. We have the same eyes to see if we're wise. We're a part of this spectrum of brown. Every shade of life can be found in a rainbow of humanity arrayed in reality. It's made up of you and me. There's a prism that we pass through, but we start as one single hue. There's shades of me and shades of you. Can you see the mirror? Just look in my eyes. Beyond all the color to what's deep inside. Look in someone else and you'll see yourself. We're a part of this spectrum of brown. Every shade of life can be found in a rainbow of humanity arrayed in reality. It's made up of you and me. There's a prism that we pass through, but we start as one single hue. There's shades of me in shades of you. Shades of me in shades of you. Shades of me in shades of you.
Have compassion for everyone you meet. For you do not know what wars are going on down there, where the spirit meets the bone. You may recognize this as a part of lyrics from Lucinda Williams. And then this Kind Words Reflection is an essay by Marie Sim from Tallinn, Estonia. My apartment is close to a large shopping center, and I often visit the grocery store there. Even though there are many checkout counters at the exit of the grocery store, I usually push my shopping cart to one familiar cashier who has always been very friendly and efficient. One day she looked tired and sad, which was unusual. I wanted to cheer her up, so I told her how much I like her friendly attitude in serving customers. She looked at me, and her eyes filled with tears. She said, "Thank you for your kind words. My husband died yesterday in the hospital, and you have consoled me." I believe that God's Spirit prompted me to start that conversation. How often do we notice the needs of our neighbors? How often do we respond to God's prompting to speak a word of kindness? If we are willing to listen, we may hear God's voice guiding us to speak a word that someone needs to hear. Thich Nhat Hanh says, deep listening is compassionate listening. You listen with only one purpose: to help him or her to empty his heart. You just listen with compassion and help him to suffer less.
Listening. Listening to the Spirit, the voice of God. And please forgive me for this. As we were setting up and the thunder was rumbling and Noah's back there on the camera, and all I could think of was Bill Cosby. Noah, how long can you tread water? But that's not how it works. Bill Cosby does not speak for God. And if you do hear a big voice coming out of the sky, don't let me know. It's usually a whisper, a tickle. As it said in the reading, something prompted her to speak to that person. It was the Spirit moving her. It may be to talk to call a friend, to visit someone in the hospital, to work at a food bank. But it could be more than that. Something life-changing. And if you don't understand the message, the good news is you can always ask for guidance. When I'm lying in my bed at night, I can feel the freight train rumble by. Like a lullaby, it bids me sleep. First I say a prayer of thanks and pray. Today, show me the way. Show me the way. Even in the middle of the day, when I see the people rushing by, caught up in the worries of their lives, I know I can cast my fears away today. Show me the way. Show me the way. and I see a sunrise in the sky, and I hear the morning dove's sweet song. Something in my soul begins to smile, knowing there is nothing I can't face today. Show me the way, show me the way, show me the way, show me the way. Thank you. If you get a message from the Spirit, from God, what do? You follow through. But what if this, if it's a simple thing like visit someone in the hospital or talk to a friend, that's easy. But what if it's asking you to do something you've never done before? Maybe help a homeless person. Now, I don't know about Coopersburg, but in Pottstown, where I live, there's a lot of homeless people. But there are people and churches that have organized programs to help them. And I've worked with them. And I know that they are on a path that only they can walk. Just like me, just like you, we're all on a path, a pilgrimage that only we can walk. Every day, every step. But you have to start walking. You have to start walking. If I just started walking, how far could I go? Till I've started walking, I will never know. If I just started walking, I would find my way into the sunrise of a brighter day. If I just started walking, how far could I walk? Till I've started walking, all it is talk. If I just started walking, I'd walk rain or shine, down the road of life, one step at a time. If I just started walking, how far could I get? Till I've started walking, I just have regrets. If I just started walking, I would walk, I know, though my feet may ache and my pace is slow. If I just started walking, how far could I go? Till I started walking, here I go.
It was Plato who said, "We are born whole, but need each other to become complete. This is a law of nature." Mark Nepo. This reading is an example. It's entitled "The Meaning of Detachment" by Margaret Silf, an excerpt from Inner Compass. Ignatius urges us to seek the freedom of detachment or indifference. Neither of these words carries weight in today's language or culture. Both sound cold and uncaring, which is far from the spirit in which Ignatius used them. A better word might be balance. In his first principle and foundation, Ignatius talks about making use of those things that help to bring us closer to God and leaving aside those things that don't. At first, this notion seemed rather exploitative to me, as if the whole of creation were only there for us to select from it the bits that seemed to serve our purpose. It didn't come to life for me until one day when I was sitting on a bench in a quiet, sunny courtyard, looking at a fuchsia bush. It was late August, and the bees were constantly visiting the fuchsia. They would land very gently on those flowers that were fully open to receive them. They made no attempt to enter a closed flower or to force the petals in any way. When they found an open flower, they crept into its depths to extract the nectar. In doing so, of course, they also carried the pollen from flower to flower, bush to bush, thus ensuring further fruitfulness. As I watched them, I realized that although the bees were choosing the fuchsia flowers and disregarding other plants growing in the courtyard, other insects were seeking their nourishment from different sources, and choosing what was exactly right for them. They were not only receiving their own nourishment, but were also playing an essential role in the fruitfulness of their environment. And in choosing one plant rather than another, they were in no way rejecting or denigrating the others. The secret of this harmonious cooperative life seemed to lie in each creature's being true to its own essential nature. Each gained what it needed for survival and growth from the source that was right for it, and it did so without harm to either itself or to the flowers. In fact, after each encounter, both insect and flower were left in a richer state than before. The insect had been nourished, and the flower had been pollinated. I found this picture to be a very vivid illustration of what it might mean to make use of what leads to life, and to leave aside what, for each individual, does not lead to life. It was a truly creative kind of detachment. It helped me to understand what God might be calling us to when He asks us to let go of our attachment. The bees, I noticed, made no attempt to possess the flowers, nor did the flowers attempt to trap and hold the bees. This was a free interchange, perfectly fulfilling the needs of the bees, the fuchsia, and the wider circle of creation around them.
I don't know if you guys, if you were up here earlier, you would have seen the bee. They have been buzzing around the pansies all evening, but I think you scared them away. They heard you talking about them, but they left. In this cellular world, it's so easy to overlook the simple, to understand how precious they are, how important they are. The breeze, a raindrop, a flower. These gifts are so simple, but each one is a part of life. This life we take for granted. Just look around you, the grass, the trees, the flowers. How beautiful they are, how necessary they are for the oxygen that we breathe. They are our lives. And these are gifts. And just look at the person sitting next to you. Not so simple, but still one of God's gifts. When I feel the sun warm on my face, I'm so amazed. The sun's so far away. How can it touch me so? But you are not so far away. You touch me every day, and I'm amazed, so amazed that you love me so. When I see the birds up in the sky, I'm so amazed. What is it makes them fly? How can it touch me so? You lift my soul up so high. You're giving wings to my life, and I'm amazed, so amazed that you love me so. When a cool spring breeze touches my cheek, I'm so amazed. A breeze I cannot see. How can it touch me so? You I have no need to see. I feel your presence in me, and I'm amazed, so amazed that you love me so. Yes, I'm amazed, so amazed that you love me so. Thank you. I having just talked about the cellular world, I do post stuff on Facebook about music, about being here tonight. It's not a social thing for me, it's about my music. But I did post, excuse me, I posted a photo, an old photo of me climbing Mount Fuji. It was back in 1974, 75 when I was living in Japan. And I got a lot of likes and several comments. And a friend of mine commented, and she said that she too had climbed Mount Fuji, and that watching the sunrise from the top of Mount Fuji was just like watching any other sunrise. As I was saying before the rain delay, I posted this picture of me climbing Mount Fuji back in 1974, 75. And this friend of mine posted a comment, and she said that she also had climbed Mount Fuji, and that watching the sunrise from the top of Mount Fuji was just like watching any other sunrise. I initially took, offense to that. I thought, how could she think that? But I didn't understand her point of view. And she's obviously, allowed to have her outlook on life. It's not my job to change her mind. But for me, every sunrise is unique. Every person is unique. How you look at things, how you look at people. It's important to when you come to understanding and compassion, that how you look at people is critical. Let me just sing. When I see a river, what do I see? A ballet of satin dancing to the sea, a never-ending song of nature's harmony, a roadmap of the wisdom my father taught to me. You see what you look for. What do you see? What do you look for when you look at me? Sorry. That's better. When I see the ocean, what do I see? A treasure of diamonds sparkling for me. A place where loneliness can find serenity. A chance for mortal souls to glimpse infinity. You see what you look for. What do you see? What do you look for when you look at me? When I see a sunrise, what do I see? A new life beginning, completely shadow-free. A promise that my life will shine today for me. The courage to stand up and be who I must be. You see what you look for. What do you see? What do you look for when you look at me?
I'd like to offer a final blessing this evening, and before I do, I want to let you know that as a church, we're blessed with a wonderful group now who does research for the readings of each Vespers, and I'm just so thankful for their creative thoughts and just their ability to find such wonderful readings. So Lord, please open my eyes. Please let me see those around me that are in need of my compassion. Compel me to listen to them, to hear their needs. Give me the heart to be interested in their troubles and provide for me the means to help them. Grant me the gift of understanding. Help me to understand the feelings of others, the desires of others, the goals of others. At the same time, help me to understand myself in my actions and reactions. Widen my vision beyond my own small world to embrace with knowledge and love the worlds of others. Amen.
At the beginning of the service, I sang about the promise of a brand new day. Yesterday's gone. There's no redo button. There's no rewind button. And regrets are a waste of time. Tomorrow, as they say, never comes. You only get today. The challenge is in knowing what to do with it. What kind of day can I make today? A day filled with song, singing of love for everyone as we walk along. Maybe make you smile for a while. Maybe give your heart a brand new start Lord, it's a perfect day to make it a better one, to say that I lived. When the day is done, it's as good as any day to do the best I can by living today. I'm better, yes I am. What kind of day can I make today? A day filled with dance, celebrating life's harmony with you hand in hand, dancing in the street with people we meet, dancing in the light with you by my side. It's a perfect day to make it a better one, to say that I lived. When the day is done, it's as good as any day to do the best I can by living today. I'm better, yes I am. What kind of day can I make today? A day filled with light, sharing the joy and peace and love that comes from inside. We give a gift that's so rare, to shine in the dark, a light from your heart. It's a perfect day to make it a better one, to say that I lived. When the day is done, it's as good as any day to make it a better one, to say that I lived. It's better, yes I am. What kind of day can I make today? Thank you for letting me share this evening. I'm leaving you with a prayer. It's called Make Me a Servant. And it's inspired by the prayer of St. Francis. Make me an instrument of your peace. And in this prayer, I ask to be made a servant of God's peace and God's grace and God's love. And I figure if I can be that servant, then understanding and compassion will just be part of that. Make me a servant of your peace inside me. Your love is all that I need to guide me. Grant me the wisdom to see. Sharing your love is the key. Make me a servant of your peace. Make me a servant of your grace inside me. Your love I truly embrace to guide me. Footsteps cannot be erased. Your love brought me to this place. Make me a servant of your grace. Make me a servant of your love inside me. In you I always will trust to guide me. Sometimes the road may be rough. I know your is enough. Make me a servant of your love. Make me a servant of your love. Make me a servant. Thank you so much.
Mike, I just want to say thank you, and it's been a challenging time switching in and outside, but we were so blessed to have your music tonight to sing and speak to our hearts. I want to thank everybody in the recording crew who again had to be flexible tonight as we were trying something new and God decided to open the skies on us. I also want to thank everyone that has and will be supporting our Vespers program. It's through donations that we continue to offer this ministry. So I want to especially thank those that have faithfully donated during this season. And I pray the God of compassion, the God of love, be with you all. Amen.